Ayodhya Kand, chapter number 118. In this chapter, Mother Sita agrees with the principles that Mother Anasuya has instructed her on the duties of a chaste wife. Listening to the sweetness and the devotion of Mother Sita, Mother Anasuya gives her beautiful gifts of royal clothes and ornaments and garlands and cosmetics. Then she is about to ask her a very beautiful question. Verse 23. Tata Sitam Upasinam Anasuya Dridhavrata Vachanam Prashtam Aribhe Kanchit Priyam Kathamanu. The old lady, who was firm in her vows, desired to hear from Sita something that would give her inestimable delight, and said, verse 24, Svayamvare kila prapta tvam anena yashasvina raghavena iti me site katha shrutim upagata. I have heard people tell that Raghava won you as his wife in a svayamvara. This report has reached my ear. Verse 25. Tam katham shrotum ichhami vistarena cha maithili yatha anubhutam kartsyena tanmetvam vaktum arhasi. O Sita, I would get you to narrate the incident to me in all its details. Hence, tell me the tale in full as you experienced it. So from these words of Mother Anasuya, it is evident that listening to the tale of Sita-Rama wedding is extremely auspicious. Verse 26. Evam ukta tu sa Sita tam tato dharmacharinim shruyatam iti cha uktva vai kathayam asatam katham. Then Sita obediently said, Hear me, and began to narrate the tale of the Svayamvara to the virtuous woman Anasuya. Verse 27. Mithila adhipatir viro janako nama dharmavit Chatra dharmani abhirato nyayata shasti medhinim. Janaka, the Rajarishi, began Sita, holds righteous rule over the broad realms of Videha. Of inconceivable might and virtue, he governs his subjects wisely and well, as becomes a monarch of men. In Srimad Bhagavatam 6.3.20 and 21, Yamaraja instructs his Yamadutas on the 12 Mahajans. He says, Lord Brahma, Bhagavan Narada, Lord Shiva, the 4 Kumaras, Lord Kapila, the son of Devahuti, Swayambhuva Manu, Prahalada Maharaja, Janaka Maharaja, Grandfather Bhishma, Bali Maharaja, Shukadev Goswami, and I myself know the real religious principles. My dear servants, this transcendental religious principle, which is known as Bhagavata Dharma, or surrender unto the Supreme Lord and love for Him, is uncontaminated by the material modes of nature. It is very confidential and difficult for ordinary human beings to understand, but if by chance one fortunately understands it, he is immediately liberated, and thus he returns home back to Godhead. So Yamaraja says that King Janaka, that is Sita's father, is one of the 12 Mahajans. And Mahajana means the person who knows Bhagavata Dharma. In Bhagavad Gita verse 3.20, Lord Krishna himself says, Karmanaiva hi samsiddham astita janakadhaya loka sangraham evapi sampashyam kartum arhasi. Kings such as Janaka attained perfection solely by performance of prescribed duties. Therefore, just for the sake of educating the people in general, you should perform your work. The purport says, kings like Janaka were all self-realized souls. Consequently, they had no obligation to perform the prescribed duties in the Vedas. Nonetheless, they performed all prescribed duties just to set examples for the people in general. Janaka was the father of Sita and father-in-law of Lord Sri Rama. Being a great devotee of the Lord, he was transcendentally situated, but because he was the king of Mithila, a subdivision of Bihar province in India, he had to teach his subjects how to perform prescribed duties. Now let's combine what we have learned from the Srimad Bhagavatam quote and from the Bhagavad Gita quote. It is evident that Lord Krishna himself says that Janaka is a great person. And Mother Sita says over here is that he is a dharmavit, the one who knows the duty, the knows righteousness, and he also is addressed over here as Kshatriya Dharme, the duty of a warrior class. And therefore, Janaka is a great devotee of the Lord, and he is the knower of righteousness. And therefore, Mother Sita decided to be reared in his palace because Janaka is a great devotee of Lord Rama. Verse 28. Tasya langasya hastasya karshataha kshetra mandalam aham kila uthita bhitva jagatim nripeta sutta. Once he was plowing the sacrificial ground, and I came out of the earth at the end of his plow. So from these lines, it is evident that Mother Sita, the incarnation of Mahalakshmi, does not stay in a place happily where there is no Rama. Since Janaka is a dharmavit, since Janaka is a Mahajan, since Janaka is a devotee of Lord Rama, Sita herself came to stay in that place. Knowing the level of affection that King Janaka has for Lord Rama, Mother Sita herself decided to be known as Janakatmaja, as Vaidehi, as Maithili, as the beloved daughter of King Janaka, as the daughter of the Mithila king, as the daughter of the Videha king. Verse 29. Samam drishtva narapatir mushti vikshepa tatpara pamshu gunthita sarva angim vismito janako abhavat. The great King Janaka was weeding out the ground as the books direct and wondered to see me there clothed in dust and dirt. So what was the ground that Mother Sita came out of? It was a hallowed ground. It was a sacrificial ground. It was no ordinary wasteland. From the land that was meant for the performance of sacrifice for Lord Rama himself, from that land Mother Sita was found. Verse 30. Anapatyena cha snehad ankam aropya cha svayam mama iyam tanaya iti uktva sneho mai nipatita. Supremely compassionate to all beings, the childless king took me on his lap and cried, "This is my daughter," prompted by the love that welled up from his heart. When a devotee sees a great devotee of the Lord, there is an automatic affection that wells up in his heart. And Janaka, a great devotee of Lord Rama, saw the embodiment of Rama's quality, saw the embodiment of Rama's compassion. And who is that? That is Mother Sita. And with so much of affection and so much of love, King Janaka rears Mother Sita. Verse 31. Antarikshe cha vag ukta apratima manushi kila evam etan narapate dharmena tanaya tava. Then a voice from the sky cried out, O king, she is an incomparable divine being. By right, she is your daughter. Verse 32. Tatha prakrishto dharmatma pita me mithiladhipa avapto vipulam riddhim mam avapya naradipa. Thereafter, my father, the pious-minded lord of men and the king of Mithila kingdom, was overjoyed at it even as he came upon untold wealth. Verse 33. Datva cha asmi ishtavad devyai jeshtyayai punyakarmana taya sambhavita cha asmi snigdhaya matra sauhridat. That king who performed auspicious acts gave me unto the care of the chief queen. She nourished me fondly and with great maternal affection. Verse 34. Pati samyogha sulabham vayo drishtva tu me pita chintam abhyagamad dino vitta nashad iva adanha. As a poor man grieves over the hopeless loss of even what little he had, my father was filled with anxious thought when I came of age to marry. Verse 35. Sadrishach cha apakrishtach cha loke kanya pita janat pradharshanam avapnoti shakrena api samo bhuvi. A man may be as mighty and great as the Lord of the Celestials, but if he keeps his daughter unmarried, even after her age qualifies her for it, his equals and inferior have a perfect right to despise him. It is necessary to note that Mother Sita was married when she was almost 6 years old and Rama was 13 years old. And in those days, the age was a little different than what we perceive age in Kali Yuga. These ages are not mentioned in Balakand. This is an information from Aranyakand where Mother Sita herself mentions when she and Rama got married and when they went off to the forest. So when Sita was just 6 years old itself, her father, King Janaka, was extremely worried about how to get her married off. Verse 36. Tam dharshanam adurastam samdrishya atmani parthiva chinta arnava gatah param nasasada aplavo yatha. Such a fate was hovering over the king, and he was overwhelmed with a boundless grief, like a shipwrecked passenger in the middle of the ocean. Verse 37. Ayo nijam hi mam jnatva na adhya gachat sa chintayan sadrisham na anurupam cha mahipala patim mama. The difficulty was that I was not born of a woman's womb like others. It was nigh impossible to come upon a husband in every way suited to me. So Sita says that the husband and wife should be matched, for one. And the fact that Sita was a divine daughter made Janaka's task all the more difficult because she had to get a husband who was worthy of her. And therefore Janaka had to search for a divine husband for his divine daughter. Verse 38. Tasya buddhir iyam jata chintayanasya santatam svayamvaram tanujaya karishyami iti dhimataha. At last a bright idea came to him. I shall inaugurate a svayamvara, a process of self-choosing marriage for my daughter Sita. Verse 39. Mahayajne tada tasya varunena mahatmana Dattam dhanur varam pritya tuni cha akshaya sayakav. Long ago, Lord Varuna was mightily pleased with him at a great yajna and made a present to him of a rare bow and an inexhaustible quiver of arrows. In the next section, we will see what happens to that magnificent bow.